Welcome to PHS News, Episode 2. I'm today's news anchor, Xuan Zhang. Today we'll be looking at features of Pran Square, the recent history of the relationship between Australia and China, our beautiful rainbow room of PHS, and we'll have a look at a typical day in the life of a PHS student during lockdown. Cross to our first story, features of Pran Square.
Pran Square is a $64 million project that opened on December 1st, 2019. The square promised a water feature, garden, lawns, and even a small forest. The city of Stonington has the second lowest amount of open space per capita in Victoria, and Pran Square was meant to change this, or at least make it better. As well as this, it was meant to be a place for social events such as music festivals and gatherings. However, things did not go to plan. Before the project was finished, people were already opposed to it due to constant setbacks, and after the project went over budget by millions of taxpayer dollars, the general public was quite unhappy with how it had gone. But after all of this, we, the community, would surely get something good for our $64 million. Instead of the amazing place we were promised, we got a lifeless structure, devoid of any artistic style or natural value. A hunk of white concrete towering over the surrounding streets and buildings, making them feel small and insignificant. The last major flaw with Pran Square would be the excessive use of white paint. During the day, the square is so bright that it is genuinely uncomfortable to look at. All the white surfaces focus the light into the centre, where, of course, there is a conveniently placed water fountain, dispersing this light to the eyes of passers-by. Pran Square was a massive waste of taxpayer money. It has more flaws than you can count and has displeased everyone, and yet they continue to pour tens of thousands of dollars into performances and displays that no one goes to. Pran Square is a failure and never should have been built.
With so much happening between China and Australia, it's hard to keep track, so we at PHS News have compiled a timeline. Foreign Minister Maurice Payne takes the lead in calling for an independent inquiry into the origins of the coronavirus pandemic, including China's handling of the outbreak in the city of Wuhan. Chinese Ambassador Jiang Cheng suggested the Chinese public may boycott Australian products or decide not to visit Australia. China places a beef ban from 4 Aussie abattoirs claiming health labelling infringements. The 4 meatworks represent 35% of Australian beef's export to China. China's Ministry of Culture and Tourism urges people not to travel to Australia, citing a significant increase in racist attacks in the wake of COVID-19. Trade Minister Simon Birmingham says Beijing's claims are false and have no basis in fact. China launches an investigation into Australian wine exports. More than 35,000 Australians are revealed as targets for Chinese espionage after an information leak. Trade Minister Simon Birmingham says the government has contacted China through several security channels over reports Chinese customs authorities have told companies to stop importing Australian coal, which threatens more than $14 billion annually. After China's Commission of Commerce finds Australian winemakers guilty of dumping wine in China, taxes of between 107% and 212% are imposed, with Trade Minister Simon Birmingham saying the Chinese market has become unviable. News emerges that Beijing has finished blacklisting Australian coal exports. Meanwhile, the Australian reports ASIO is investigating after it revealed that Chinese communists have infiltrated Australian embassies. As Foreign Minister Maurice Payne tears up Victoria's controversial Belt and Road agreements with China, China fires back, saying Australia will only end up hurting itself.
Hi, I'm Maud Cowie presenting for PHS News, and today I'm going to be interviewing Miss Lind about the Rainbow Room.
The Rainbow Room is a lunchtime club that runs on Wednesdays, and we are made up of students who identify somewhere on the LGBT spectrum or as allies, and we have discussions, we host events, we're a safe space to hang out. Basically, it's just all things rainbow, all things pride.
What inspired you to make it?
I think it's something that I wish I had when I was at high school, to be honest.
What did you want to achieve?
For us, I think it's about representation and visibility. It's run by students, where the students get their own voice and get to say and organise the things that they want to be doing. On our very first meeting, we had 18 people. So, it's been really popular from the second we kind of put it out there.
We also asked students that are in Rainbow Room
what they like most about this club.
Everyone is able to talk to each other, and it's a safe space.
I love how it's just a really free space to talk about anything, and anyone can be anything, I guess, and it's just a very nice environment.
I love the crazy discussions that we have.
Welcome back to PHS News. Today we have a special story that we can all relate to about students' life in quarantine.
My relative schedule is waking up around 8. Usually don't have breakfast for a bit, then I log onto my mentor group check-in at 8:45. I do my classes, and then during my break, I'm either playing games with my friends or making food for the day. This is my desk. This is where most of the magic happens. What I don't enjoy is how I'm not able to see my friends in person.
I wake up at 7, get dressed, have breakfast, and then get ready for the day. By that time it's around 7:45. I get ready for my first meeting, have it at 8:40, and then after school, after 1, I'm usually finished by then, and so I hang up at the rooftop upstairs with my friends.
Between classes, I do listen to a lot of music because it helps me focus and get ready for my next class. One thing about remote learning that I do enjoy is I can eat pasta for lunch because I don't usually have hot meals at school.
That concludes all of our PHS News episode 2. If you want to watch more episodes or know when does the next episode come up, subscribe our YouTube channel and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.